Today at approximately 1 p.m. on April 15th of 1865, our president, Abraham Lincoln, was shot. The criminal accused and whom is still on the loose is John Wilkes Booth. Abraham Lincoln was at Ford's Theater watching a play when he was shot at the back of the head. Oh, what a catastrophe. Many people are rushing to where he lay. Abraham Lincoln was a great president whom has helped us unite. He was a great man and an honest one. Let's go to one of the reporters on the scene.
This was a really big catastrophe.
What happened when Abraham Lincoln was shot?
Well, everyone was just sitting down having a great time watching the show when out of nowhere you just hear a boom, like a really loud gunshot. And that's when you just hear screaming, everyone running towards the doors and like total shooting.
A different witness had to say this about the
shooting. John Wilkes Booth?
Yes, I seen him jumping off the balcony right after he shot Abraham Lincoln. When he jumped, it seemed like he broke one of his legs. And I'm surprised that guy got away.
Today, a young woman, approximately 19 years old, in Salem town, was executed due to communicating with the devil. Our reporter Jasmine was first on the scene. Jasmine, what happened at the scene?
It occurred outside the old church. The judge declared the woman guilty and declared to execute her without any evidence.
Can you further elaborate on why the judge decided to execute the girl?
Prosecuted this girl because everyone was against her. There were many testimonies and witnesses that were against the girl, and there was just many misunderstandings.
Why do you think the judge did this?
Oh, I feel that the judge didn't want to become over-dominated. He was there.
I blame the judge and the person who started this whole witch trial confliction because it was ignorant for the judge to just be putting people to trials and execution without any evidence besides testimonies. The people from the stone should execute the judge to blame for these 19 deaths.
Well, as you can see, very strong arguments are upon this community. That has been proven that many people are against the judge and that we claim for justice.
Thank you. Let's see what the mayor has to say about this conflict.
This is the mayor of Salem speaking. We, the people of Salem, are satisfied for justice. We know what is good and what is bad if this is what God wanted them. Let it be justice has been applied to guilty people and proven to them innocent. We as a whole will continue to live our lives and persecute the people who commit crimes. This was just an unfortunate accident. However, we remind everyone that we will not allow this to repeat itself. Thank you.
Yesterday, November of 1621, members of the Wampanoag tribe are treated as honored guests by the Pilgrims of Plymouth Colony as they celebrate their survival. Jasmine was one of many to witness such unity between the two. How was it?
It was incredible. There is no doubt that unity is power. After the Pilgrims nearly starved to death during the first year in America, they survived only because of the help of the local Wampanoag Indians.
Interesting. Can you please explain how the Plymouth colony came to be in the first place?
The Jamestown settlement in Virginia, which is the first permanent English colonial settlement in North America. The Plymouth colony is now the second most successful English settlement in North America.
Sounds like we'll be seeing further progress of these new settlements. Why did the people start settling in America, more specifically the Plymouth community colony?
The English urged to colonize to North America. They continued to grow despite the disaster that Roanoke colonists had encountered at the Jamestown settlement. The main motivation was certainly for their economic reasoning. The rich may have been looking for good investment, but some of the poor English people were looking to escape the bad circumstances at home, such as religious freedom and better quality of life. We will now hear about the Pilgrims himself, erubiel.
I am erubiel and I am representing the Plymouth community. What we want to do is just have our religious freedom. We just want to, our first goal is to just be calm people, peaceful people, and we built this community from the ground up.
Okay, thank you, Rubio. They are yet to become more successful.
I bet their Thanksgiving feast must have been very delicious. Can you tell us what they served?
On the day of Thanksgiving, we had seafood, turkey, corn, potato, rice, asparagus, grapes, wine, pumpkin, and deer meat.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rice, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat.
Very tasteful. I will have to join them for sure next year.
We are reporting live from the studio, the biggest headline in the Indian force removal. Can we clarify what is going on?
About 4,000 Native American Cherokees. These hospitalities are resulting in disastrous defeats for the tribes and in the confiscation of their land. After the Revolutionary War, the Continental Congress informed American Indian tribes that the United States had acquired dominance over their people and their lands.
Oh, what a tragedy. What will happen next?
Oh, okay. The westward movement has now gone under effect. Settlers across the Appalachian Mountains move into American Indian country, antagonized tribes along the United States western frontier. In an attempt to keep peace with the American Indians, the Continental Congress negotiated a series of treaties with various tribes, sending the land to the United States. Congress has passed the Northwest Ordinance, which provided an orderly process for the organization, survey, and the scale of land between Ohio and the Mississippi rivers.
What does legislation have to say about this?
The legislation has promised that the United States will recognize the rights of the American Indian tribes of the region and treat them with the utmost good.
Okay, now that Thomas Jefferson is under administration, what are his steps towards the Indian tribe removal?
It is reported that a few thousand Cherokees have moved westward beyond the Mississippi River. The United States has destroyed two major Native American forces that eliminated the possibility of successful American Indian resistance in the East. In the Old Northwest, the United States has crushed a major Pan-American Indian uprising in the Battle of the Thames and killed Techumish, the leader of the Native Resistance Territory.
Wow, I'm overwhelmed. There's no doubt that this is an unfair country. There has been says about uprising policies. What is this and what is it about?
Yes, Jasmine, indeed. It is called the Indian Removal Policy. President Jackson has approved the policy with the intention of turning over the farms to the white settlers. Approximately 16,000 Cherokees Indians have been now forcefully relocated into a barren Western territory. I have here with me John G. Brunette.
I am John G. Burnett. I have witnessed the execution of the most brutal order in the history of American warfare. I saw the helpless Cherokees arrested and dragged from their homes, driven at the bayonet point in the stockades, and in the chill of drizzling rain on an October morning, I saw them loaded like cattle of sheep into 645 wagons and started toward the west. Many of these helpless people did not have blankets, and many of them had been driven from their home barefooted. Murder is murder, and somebody must answer. Somebody must explain the streams of blood that flowed in the Indian country. Somebody must explain the 4,000 silent graves that marked the trail of the Cherokees to their exile. I wish I could forget it all, but the picture of 645 wagons lumbering over the frozen ground with their cargo of suffering humanity still lingers in my memory.
Thank you, John G. Burnett.
Very powerful. I can't imagine the pain the natives must be feeling at the moment. We are sorry for your losses. Justice must be served, no doubt.
Today, on March 5th of 1770, British troops fired bullets at unarmed colonists. According to witnesses at the scene, they were all seen having a big argument, and someone threw a snowball at the redcoats, which they got mad and started shooting. 5 colonists were killed and others injured. Let's talk to one of the reporters at the scene.
Yeah, we are here at the scene of the shooting, and it is a very low place. Everyone is bringing flowers for those who are hurt at the scene.
Have the British said anything about the shooting?
Yes, we spoke with them earlier, and they said that they were just defending themselves from the savage colonists,
and they said that they look like they just got off war.
Thank you, Jasmine. The colonists are upset at the British for unfair practices made by the King of England, and that one of the causes of this shooting can be because of that.